Hey happy developers, in this video we're going to walk through setting up your local development environment as well as installing ExpressionEngine. By default, we recommend people use Laravel Herd. While we recommend this for several reasons, the biggest ones are its ease of use, flexibility, and performance. Let's jump on in. So the first thing I like to do is actually set up a sites folder underneath my user. I also like to drag it over the sidebar so I have easy access to it anywhere in my Finder. From here, we're going to go over, I'm going to Laravel Herd, and we're going to go ahead and download Laravel Herd. Well, Laravel Herd currently supports both Mac and Windows. All right, so it's downloading here. All right, now it's complete. We'll go ahead, we'll open it, and we're going to install it. All right, perfect. So now that that's installed, we'll go ahead and open it. And real quick, by default, it might be too late now, but you'll notice that I'm not even running PHP on this machine right now. All right, you're going to be asked to install it, enable some permissions. We'll go ahead and do that. All right, we will choose a custom folder, browse. Again, we'll just choose our sites, hit select, and we'll hit continue. All right, so it's downloading PHP 8.4. We'll go ahead and skip this for now. And we're going to go ahead and skip Laravel Herd Pro. I do want to launch on system startup. We'll go ahead and get started. All right, this is great. So it's asking us to add a site. We can go ahead and add a site here, or the way Herd works by default, if I come to my sites folder, I can go ahead and create a new folder. We'll just call this EE75 for now. We can add it, and then we can go over here to our browser and go to ee75.test. Any folder you create inside of that sites folder will now become that folder name .test for your local development. Perfect. This is exactly what we expect to see. Okay, so from here, we're going to need to go ahead and install MySQL as well. Let's go do that. An easy way to do this is to use the DBngin. Go ahead and hit download here, choose our macOS. All right, now that's downloaded, we'll go ahead and open it. Perfect, now that's installed, we'll go ahead and open that. It's going to prompt you to make sure you want to open it. I do want this to launch on by default, and I do want to open in the menu bar personally. I find it easy to manage then. Awesome, so we'll go ahead and hit the plus here to get started, and we want to add a MySQL database. So version 8 is great, and Intel ARM is fine. Name, we're going to call it MySQL 8. Port's great. Folder path, we'll just let it go for the default. And we're going to automatically start the service on login. So our sites are just ready to use as soon as we log in. All right, we'll go ahead and hit create. Perfect, so now this exists here. Now, when you have a database installed, you often want to be able to manage that database as well. To do that, we recommend using SQL Ace or Table Plus. For now, we'll go ahead with SQL Ace. All right, we'll go ahead and download this from the Mac store. And we'll go ahead and hit open here. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have SQL Ace downloaded, we're going to want to go ahead and start our database server off the bat. So let's go ahead and hit start here. It's going to go ahead and download the binaries and get you all set up to run. All right, now that we have SQL Ace open, the first thing we want to do is create a new connection for our database. We're going to call this local MySQL 8. All right, the host, we'll go ahead with 127.0.0.1. Username root, and we'll leave the rest blank. We'll use this test connection button down here. Connection succeeded, so we'll add it to our favorites. All right, so now we can go ahead and connect. So now we're connected to our database. We also have our local Herd site running here, and we're ready to get started. So let's go ahead and we'll navigate over to ExpressionEngine.com. So here, we're gonna just click the free download button. Go ahead and download ExpressionEngine for us. We will open Finder. Okay, so by default, the way Laravel Herd works is you create a directory inside of your sites folder, and it automatically becomes your .test domain here. Okay, that's great, but there's one more step we really need to take here. Laravel Herd also requires you to have a public directory here. Now this is ideal for ExpressionEngine since we do recommend you run your system above web root. So let's go ahead and set up ExpressionEngine to be installed. All right, we're gonna take the themes, index, images, favicon, and admin. I'm gonna just drag them over to our public directory, and we are going to take our system directory and the remaining files and just drag them back level. All right, so let's go ahead and open this EE75 inside Sublime Text. Awesome. So now we need to point our index.php and our admin file to the new system path. I'm sorry, we're actually going to do this in the public folder. Admin, we're simply going to add a dot, tell it to go up a level and look for system and index. Perfect. All right, let's go back here. Now, what you'll notice is this is not running on HTTPS by default. So let's go ahead and change that. Let's swing over to Laravel Herd, and what you'll notice is there's a little lock icon right here. Go ahead and click this. We selected our site, EE75. Okay, so now we should be secure. Let's go ahead and refresh, and we're gonna have to go ahead and accept this since it's a local certificate. Okay, so we'll go here, and we'll just go to /admin.php, and we have our install screen. All right, perfect. So before we get started, let's go ahead and create a database. We'll go over to SQL Ace, click this drop down, hit add database, and we'll just call this EE75. Hit add. All right, so we'll pop in our database name, our user is root, no password. We'll scroll down. We'll put in our email as tom@domain.com. Username, tjager. Pop in password. Go ahead and select these two, and we'll hit install. Not now. All right, so ExpressionEngine is now installed. Let's go ahead and log in. All right, now that we have ExpressionEngine installed, I want to show you one or two more things in Herd. Oftentimes, people want to run different versions of PHP. The easiest way to do that is just go over here to the PHP tab and choose install next to the version you want to make available. From there, it'll be available on your site under this dropdown once it's installed and ready to go. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below. Thanks.